Hi, my name's Paul Grogan and welcome to a solo playthrough of Draft and Write Records. In this video, as I mentioned, I'm going to be doing a solo playthrough of the game, and whilst I'm not going to be teaching you how to play the actual game itself, I will be explaining what's different in the solo game. If you don't know how to play this game, I have got another video on the channel, which is going live on the same day as this one, which is a 4-player playthrough where I teach 3 of my friends the full rules of the game, and then we do a playthrough. So I'd recommend watching that video first, or at least the tutorial part of that video, and then you can join me for the solo playthrough. Now, the solo playthrough is one where we are trying to score as many points as we can get. There is a table in the back of the rulebook telling us, you know, we look up our score at the end and it tells us how well we do. The game ends in 4 different ways. I think it's 4 different ways, yeah. So the same 3 ways as the main game ends. Either we complete 6 goals, or we get 5 scandals, or we complete our entire crew roster. But there is another way that the game can end in the solo game as well. We have here a deck of 60 cards. These are the 60 cards with the number 1+ in the bottom right corner. So it is a fixed deck of cards, although there is an advanced variant to make it harder where you mix in some of the 2 cards and then shuffle them and take some out at random. So you don't quite know what you're going to get. But anyway, we're going to go through these 60 cards. We must draw 2 cards at the start of our turn. And if we are unable to draw 2 cards, then the game ends immediately. So you might think, well, hang on a minute, that's 60 cards. We draw 2 a turn, so we're gonna play for 30 turns. Not quite, because what happens in this game is you will draw 2 cards at the start of your turn, and then you have 2 options. If you choose option A, you will choose one of those cards, play it, do the thing that it says on the card, and then you will discard the other card. If you choose option B, however, you draw a 3rd card. And you might think, well, why would I ever choose option B to draw a 3rd card? Because surely that's cycling through the deck faster. Well, you are right, but we have the goals. Now, these are supposed to be laid out in a row, but just for the purposes of the layout on the camera, I've got them. So this is number 1, this is number 2, this is number 3, this is number 4. You don't have any personal goals in the solo game. It is just these public goals. And unlike the multiplayer game, where you play four rounds where you draft the cards, and then there's the weekend phase, I'm only allowed to claim one of the goals if I choose option B. So just as a reminder, I draw 2 cards. If I choose option A, I choose one of the cards and I do the thing. If I choose option B, I draw a 3rd card, and only if I choose option B may I claim one of the goals. The other difference is that goal number 4 is going to cycle away if I don't choose it. So that's roughly how it works. We haven't done the random starting colour, so here are the 4 colours. These are the crayons that come with the game. I'm going to shuffle these under the table, and then I'm going to randomly pick one, and it's going to be the yellow one. But as I mentioned in the last stream, and I'm going to be doing the same here, I'm not going to be using the coloured crayons, just because for the purposes of the overhead camera and the video, it's going to show up better if I use highlighters. So the crayons that come with the game are absolutely fine, but as I say, I'm going to use these because they do show up a bit better for the overhead camera, he says. So that's yellow. We also need to pick a band name, and I haven't been thinking about this, but let's have a band name of the Clumpton Wanderers. I'm sure that's what my Gloomhaven group was called. So the Clumpton Wanderers is the name of the band. Right, we're almost ready to start. Just before we dive in, I just wanted to say a big thank you to Inside Up Games for sponsoring this video. This is a sponsored video. You're not going to get any opinions from me on the game. This is purely created to show you how the game plays, teach you how to play, and then show you how it plays out. In addition to the sponsorship from Inside Up Games, I do rely on the financial support of the Patreon campaign to keep the channel going. So if you like the content that I create and you want to support me on Patreon, you can do so at patreon.com/gaming rules. All of the advertising revenue from this video and all of my other videos all goes to charity. And I'm actually live streaming this on a Sunday afternoon. Some of my Patreon supporters are watching right now, but this video will be taken down, edited, and be uploaded next week. Right then, so I think we're all ready. We are going to jump in and we're going to draw the first 2 cards and we're going to see what we've got. So we have crew members. So we have the lead singer. Now, I don't know how many lead singers are in the deck for a solo game. I probably should have looked first. I'm going to guess there's 4, but I don't know. Jenna might tell me, who's watching this from Inside Up Games, how many lead singers are in the deck for a solo for a solo game, or a guitarist. So these are both crew members. Now, the thing is, this lead singer is only value 1, and it's got purple at the top, which means it's not going to harmonise with that. So I'm tempted not to use this one. I'm also tempted not to use this one. Before we go any further, I should actually have a look at these 4 goals. So this goal here is for having 3 production crew. So having all 3 production crew hired, that's that one. This one is for having the corner icons crossed out in the gender section. This is an interesting one. This is hiring 2 crew, each of which have exactly the same skill 4 times, but they've got to be different. So this is quite hard to do. And this one is a nice simple one to do. It just requires me to have a heart and a mobile phone crossed out on here. But remember, this is the first one that's going to go. So I don't want either of these 2, but if I take a 3rd card, that's speeding up the end of the game, and then this goal is going to go, and this is quite an easy one. So I'm actually going to draft this one. This is a keyboard player. I used to be a keyboard player in a band. And I used to have 2 keyboards like that. Anyway, so we're going to draft this one. He's not a very good keyboard player, a bit like me. Where are we going to put it? So this is green. So it's going to go in one of these areas. These 2 are still locked with money. So we're going to put it here. So it's worth 1 point. And let's colour in the things. So it's got blue in there, yellow in there, although that's never going to connect to anything. And then purple there. Right, that's that card done. That goes there. And that card goes in the discard pile. Right, that's the first round done. Okay, there are 4 lead singers in the solo mode, thank you. And that's one of them discarded. Right, next, round 2. We have this, which is an asset. And we have this, which is a crew member with a very nice Inside Up Games t-shirt. Now, this is Backstage Crew, and it's 3, so it's pretty good. But I'm going to take this one, because this is going to help me with that. So yeah, right, we're going to have this one. Now, where do we want it? We've no goals, so it doesn't actually matter where it goes. But I'm going to take that one. Yeah, so there you go. Right, that's that done. Round 3. We have another asset. It isn't the one that matches the other thing that I need here. And we have another Backstage Crew. Now then, I think I might take this one. Yeah, I think we're going to take this one, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross off this one here, and that means I've crossed off this bonus here, and I can then start going towards this. So I'm just going to cross off that one. So yeah, so I filled that in. Because I made the connection, I get that bonus, which I fill in up there. Right, and that's that done. Next round. Oh, it's another one of these. But it's a member of the production crew. Now, is that member of the production crew, if I put it here, is it going to harmonise with that? It's not. So I could put it here. But do I want this one? I don't really want this one. I don't think I want this one. Okay, yeah, we're going to have that member of the production crew. So I don't want to put it here, because the purple is not going to harmonise with that. So we're going to put it over here. We can't go for this middle spot because we don't have the money yet. So we've got purple at the top, purple at the bottom. We've got red on the right-hand side. And we have yellow. We have blue on the left. Done. Right. Okay, next round. So we're looking for a super fan. That's not one of them. Right. Okay, so we've got a guitarist. Now, this guitarist has a purple skill on the bottom, which is going to harmonise with that one. And I think that's what we're going to take. So we're going to get rid of that one. We're going to have this one here. So I'm going to put it here, 2 there. Blue on the top to hopefully harmonise with the lead singer. If we get a lead singer. The game that I played on Friday, I ended the game and I never actually had a lead singer. We split up due to creative differences. So what I've done is I've created a harmony here. So that means I get to cross off one of these purple boxes down here. Now then, Choices, because money is really important. Without the money, you can't unlock these slots and you can't get very far with the tour bus. But I'm going to cross off this one because that gets me an asset, and I'm going to cross off that one. So I'm working towards this. My plan is to work towards this before it disappears. That's my plan. We'll see if it works. It might not work. Who knows? Right. Now, I've not done option B yet. There is a rule about option B that I haven't explained. Now, this is really good. Look at this. It's 4 points. And it harmonises. But I really want this one. I was going to... Oh. No. We're going to have the crew member. Yeah, so a member of the production crew. Woman on the mixing desk. Going here. Again, you can't fill in this one because I haven't got the money yet. But red, blue, which harmonises, and then purple. So I've got a blue harmonising one. So I can cross off any of these, and we're going to go for it. We're going to cross off this one. And now I'm going to be clever here for the first time in my life. This card has just been discarded. So I'm going to guess there might not be another one of these in the deck, or if there is, there's going to be less of these now in the deck because one's already come out. So with my bonus that I've just got, I'm going to cross off this one. Now what you're trying to do with the agenda section, if you remember from the other video, you're trying to make lines, columns, rows, and the diagonals. As you can see, I'm not working towards that because I'm actually going for this. That's the goal I'm going to be aiming for. Right, okay, off we go again. We are getting close to being able to do one of the goals. All we need is a superfan. Right. Well, I can't take this one because my only 2 musician slots left require money, and I don't have that money yet, so I can't take this one. So I could go with option B and draw a 3rd card and hope that I draw the heart, but I'm not going to. Did I put the most recent crew in the discard? I did, thank you. Let me just check that that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4 crew members and 2 assets. Yes, we're all good. Okay. So we're going to take this one. Yeah, we're going to take that one. And it's a moon. Now, at this point, we can't cross off the corner. So what are we going to cross off? I'm going to cross off this one. Right, okay. 2 crew members again. Now, this one has all 4 skills the same, which contributes to this. But you need 2 of them. Oh, they don't need to be different. It's just 2 crew members that all have a single skill type. There is another card similar to this in the deck, which requires them to be different. I don't want either of these. But if I choose option B, and I can't claim a goal... Okay, so we're going to go with option A again. And you will be doing option A quite a bit. And this is a backstage crew. And we've got another harmony bonus. Because I'm going to put it here. So again, not very good. But check that out. That's another harmony bonus there. Let's fill in the rest of the colours. Right, so we've got a purple harmony bonus. So which one are we going to have? Which one are we going to have? Oh, we're going to have the money. I think we need to start unlocking the money. Yeah, let's unlock the money. And because that's one of the goals, I think we're going to unlock this money here. So that means I can now recruit another production crew into that slot. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Right, next round. Wow. Right, so these are really, really good crew members. And ideally, you want to have unlocked your multipliers before you get these crew. Unfortunately for me, I don't know who shuffled the deck. I think it was probably me. They're both good, but I can't go for either of these 2 slots. I can only go for that slot So I'm not going to get any harmonizing, but it's really good. It's a big point card. So we're going to take it. We're going to discard that one and we're going to put it in here. Oh, if I'd have only unlocked one of my multipliers. Now, we don't get a harmony bonus, unfortunately, but we can try and get one in future with some of the other circles. Right. Here we go. Right. Now we're cooking. So if I take this, I can cross this off. That means I've done that goal. So here's where we have a choice. I could now choose option B. If I choose option B, I will draw a third card. And then that allows me to complete one of the goals. But I'm burning through my deck quicker. I'm tempted not to do it. Now, we've also got this microphone. That will allow me to release an album. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick with option A. We're going to discard that one. We're going to go with this one. And I am going to do that. So, because I have now completed this goal, I can't actually claim it. Because remember, you can only claim a goal when you choose option B, and I chose option A. But at some point now, whenever it's convenient for me, I'm going to go with option B. So, it's a mobile phone, and it's another moon. Now then. I think I'm still going to stick with option A for now, because sooner or later a heart is going to come out. I mean, it better had, unless I've shuffled them all to the bottom of the deck. Okay, I'm going to discard that one, and I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to cross that off. Because what I'm going to go for, I've got a new plan. I'm going to try and get that diagonal and try and unlock these two bonuses, which allow me to fill in two coloured squares. That's what we're going to go with. So again, that was option A. Right. Okay. Well, we're happy with both of these. Yeah, and Jenna's just reminded me, and yes, when you do choose option B, you may only claim one goal. So you can't just save up and do them all and then choose option B. You can only claim one of them. But my plan is I'm going to claim this one. Then I'm going to claim that one. I'm going to probably ignore this one because I'm not doing very well at this one. But then I'm going to try and claim this one as well. So this is my rough plan, which is why I don't want to claim one until I've got that heart. But if we carry on playing for a bit longer and the heart still hasn't come out, then I might be in trouble. So we can do this. There are things we can do. I think there are things we can do. Yeah, so we're going to choose this one. Okay, and that allows me to fill in that one, which means, ding, 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 we have this row of 4. So I've got these two bonuses. Now, those bonuses, if you remember from the other playthrough, they allow me to fill in any coloured circles wherever I want. So we're going to put a purple one down here, making a harmony there. And we're going to put a blue one here, making a harmony here. And potentially other harmonies as well. So I've got a purple and a blue harmony. So the purple harmony is going to be there, and we're going to set off on tour. We're going to leave the garage, and we're going to go and do a gig at the bar. All right, and then the blue one, it's got to be money, hasn't it? No, the blue one is going to be an album. So the blue one, we're going to release an album, and the first album that you release gets you a money. And that money is going to unlock... What do we want to unlock? I'm going to unlock... Oh. I'm going to unlock... Oh. Okay, we're going to unlock this space here. So we can now go from the university to the concert hall. Right. So, off we go again. Next round. Look at this. But I can't have it because I haven't paid the money to unlock either of those two slots. Oh, that would have been amazing. That would have been amazing. But I can't choose that one. But I can choose this one. So we're going to, again, stick with option A. We've got a piano. Now, the last time I did a solo playthrough of this, I was actually going with option B by now. So every game you play will be different. Where are we going to have it? We're going to have it there. Which doesn't unlock me any bonuses immediately, but remember, I'm planning on getting this. Come on, Heart. Come on, Superfan. No. Okay, well, we've got this. We got this. I can't have this one because I haven't got the money. I could have this one, but it's low points and it's not going to harmonise. Right, okay, so decision point. Do we choose option B? I'm going to. I am going to change my plans because that heart is not coming out. So here's how option B works. You keep the 2 cards that you already drew in your hand and you draw a 3rd card. Now, if 2 cards are from the same part of your board, which they are, although these have got different icons, they are both crew. So those 2 are both crew. This one is not crew. And if you end up in this situation where 2 of the cards are from the same section of your band sheet, you cannot choose either of those cards. You must choose the 3rd one. If all 3 are from the same section, or all 3 are from different sections, then you can choose whichever one you want. So in this case, because those 2 are crew, I can't choose either of these 2, and I have to choose this one, which is fine. It's another piano. We're going to have that one. But now, because I chose option B, I get to claim one of the goals. So I'm going to choose this one because it's the only one I can actually do. I get the 10 points, which go in here, and I get both of these bonuses. So I release an album, which doesn't get me anything. Second album didn't sell very well. We're also going to release a single, which also didn't sell very well. But that goal is gone. Now what happens is the goals cycle down. So because goal number 4 was not chosen, that's gone. That moves down. That moves down. And then we get 2 new ones. Oh, look at that. That's a 20-pointer. Let's have a look at what this is. This is for having 6 crew members, each with exactly 1 star point. Now, I've got 2 of them, but I'm probably not going to be able to do that one. And this one is for having a heart and a double microphones, which I haven't got any of. Right, there we go. So that's option B. That's how that works. And that's pretty much it. You've seen how the game plays. So we'll carry on. Okay, well, we've got a guitarist that we can't have because we haven't unlocked the spaces. So we're going to have that one. Microphones. Where's it going to go? Oh. Do we put it down there and release another single? Not a single, an album. No, because I don't want that bonus yet. Because I don't know what bonus I want. So we're actually going to have that over here, which gets me the money. And I will use the money. This time, we're going to use the money. We are going to unlock. Sure, let's unlock this space. It's a bit of a guess as to which ones are going to come up next. But we did that. We put that there. We put that there. That got that bonus. Right, next round. Can I do any of these? No. So right now, I can't do any of the goals. You can still choose option B, but you just don't claim any goal, and then that one will cycle away. So 2 cards. It's a big one. It's a 5-pointer. Right, let's have a look. So if I take this one, is anything going to harmonise? No, nothing's going to harmonise. It will do if I turn it sideways, but you're not allowed to do that. So it's good points, but no harmony bonuses. Or we could take this one, which can go here. Again, no harmony bonuses. Or we could choose option B. If we chose option B, I would be losing this goal. But they would all go down. I think we're just going to have to take this one because there's a juicy 5 points and just accept the fact that this woman who's doing sound production in the background is not harmonising with anybody else in the band. Right, okay, off we go again. We are more than halfway through, just to let you know. So we can't have this musician because both of those spots are still locked, which means we are having this one. Now, are we close to unlocking anything else on here? We sort of are. Let's go with that one. Okay, let's carry on. Another play at piano. Where's the hearts? That's what I want to know. Okay, are we going to be able to get this one? 6 crew members with an SP of 1. I don't think we are. Is this one any good for me? This one's no good for me. It can only go there. No harmony bonuses whatsoever. So we're having this one. It's another piano. That's going to go down here. So I've crossed off all the pianos. Okay, here we go. Finally, it's arrived, and unfortunately, the goal has already gone. So we've got options here. I could take this one. This heart, which is a fan, would go there. What that would do is unlock this bonus, and that bonus, which is pretty awesome. Or I could take this one, cross that off, and that would unlock those 2 bonuses. Or we do both. So that's what we're going to do. Oh, we have the goal here with the heart and the double mic. Now, I've already done the double mic. So yeah, so we could choose option B and claim that one. I'm just going to count how many cards are left in the deck. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 cards left in the deck. If we don't start claiming goals soon, we're going to run through the cards. There's going to be none left, and I won't have claimed any. So maybe that's what we do. Okay, we're going to do it. I think that's what we're going to do, even though both of these are good. Oh, I can do that one. I can do that one. I'd forgotten I can do this one. Yeah, we need to be doing goals. So I'm drawing a 3rd card. Oh, this is a disaster. This was the downside of drawing the 3rd card, because both of these are assets and this one isn't. I can't choose that. So I've waited my entire game for a fan, and now one's come out, I can't take them. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. So we've got to take this one, so we will have it there. Thankfully, that does trigger 2 bonuses. The first bonus, and you can take these in either order, but the first bonus is we're going to go on tour, and we're going to continue down here. So we've done a gig at the university. Now that is another agenda. So I'm going to cross that off, which means that's active at the end of the game and that's active. And I get to release an album. And the album means that I can colour in one of these things. Now, I don't know. I can colour in that square. That circle, but I don't know what's going to go in here. And I can colour in that circle, but I don't know what's going to go in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to look through the lead singers that I've discarded, of which there are 1, and it has purple on the top. So I'm going to take a little bit of a risk. I am going to colour in that yellow circle there, which means if there is a lead singer with yellow on the top, which I think there is, I think there's 1 of each colour, and I draft them and I put them in here, I'm going to get 2 yellow harmonising bonuses. Right. All of that triggered because of that. And now, because I chose option B, I get 1 of these goals. And it's going to be this one. So I get 5 points. And I've released 2 albums. So 1 album there, 1 album there. We're going on tour. Now, remember, you don't have to continue along one path. You can start off on the other path. But what I'm going to do is we're going to do a gig at the concert hall. That's that done. Right, this one was not taken, so that gets discarded. These then shuffle down, and we get perform in these 2 venues, which is the concert hall and the O2. It's unlikely. And this one is for hiring 2 producers, 1 with 2+ levels and 1 with 2+ tempo. Yeah, so that's not going to happen. So the levels and the tempo is the thematic explanation for the coloured circles. So I need one producer with 2 blue. Nope. And one producer with 2 yellow. I have the producer with 2 yellow, but not with 2 blue. Right, okay. Next round. Come on, yellow lead singer. No, blue lead singer. And there's the heart again. Okay, so here's the thing. I want to claim this goal, but I am in danger if I draw that 3rd card, and that 3rd card is the lead singer that I want. I can't take them because this is a crew member. Or if it's an asset, I can't take that. So I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to choose option A because I'm scared. I'm going to discard that one. I'm going to take this superfan and we're going to put it here. Now, what that's going to do is it's going to unlock all sorts of bonuses. First of all, I get me ×3, so I can use that anytime I recruit a crew member. We also get to go on tour, and we're going to set off and we're going to go and do a gig at the park. And I get an agenda. Now, how are we looking here? Oh, look at this. I do that one. That unlocks a ×3 and a ×4. So now I need to be recruiting crew members with a high SP value because I'm going to get loads of them. I didn't choose option B, so I cannot claim a goal. We have very few cards left. Right, next round. It's 2 musicians. I can't have either of them because I haven't paid the money to unlock my musician spots. So I'm going to go with option B. I'm going to choose option B. I draw a 3rd card. Yes! Right. Because all 3 are crew members, I can choose whichever one I want. I can't choose either of those, but look at this. It's a 5-pointer. I'm going to use my ×4 multiplier to get 20 points for my lead singer. And, more importantly, they harmonise in yellow at the top, which means I get 2 yellow harmony bonuses. Awesome. Right, so 2 yellow bonuses. What are we going to go for here? I am going to go for this one, which releases a single. And the single means I can go on tour. And I go on tour and do a gig at the TV network, which allows me to release another single, which goes there. That's the first yellow one. And then my second yellow one is going to be the money. Now then indeed, are we going to be able to get to the O2 before the game ends? I don't think we are. But I'm really hurting about the fact that I haven't got these. Although I've probably got rid of all the musicians so far. So knowing my luck, I will unlock these slots and then don't draw any more musicians. There are only 5 cards left in the deck. I've got 2 more turns. I've got 2 more turns and that's it. And I'm only going to be able to complete 1 more goal. Wow. Okay. So I don't know. I don't know. What did we choose this time? We chose option B this time, didn't we? Yeah, we chose option B. So we are claiming a goal. Right. It's just, where do I want to put this money? I'm going to put it there. Okay, so we chose option B. We can't do any of this. This is the only one we can do. So we get 4 points. Getting all excited. That's gone. And because we didn't take this one, that goes as well. Everything shuffles down. That is for recording a radio show and earning more fans. I've done that. And I've done that as well. So 2 nice easy goals that have come out for me right at the end. Okay, so here we are. We have got 5 cards left. I think my best option is to choose option B. Well, I'm going to be choosing 1 option A and 1 option B. Let's see what we get first. Let's see what we get. So, now we're looking for harmony bonuses. Is this going to harmonize with anything? No, it's not. It's not going to harmonise with anything. It is a 3-pointer, which I could times 3. It's 9 points. So if I take this card, it's 9 points. If I take this card, what's the heart going to do for me? Did I get the bonuses for completing the last goal? Hang on a minute. Let's just rewind. Is there something that I missed? Yeah, so the last goal that I completed was this one. There were no bonuses for it. It was just the 4 points. So I think we're all good. Right. So that's an easy one. That's 9 points. I'm not sure what this is going to get me. I'd fill that in. That would get me money. Doesn't directly get me anything. Gets me to go on tour. So I'd do the money, then I'd go on tour, which is there and then there, which gets me the 5 points. So I could do this, but do we draw the third card and go for completing the goal? I'm going to go with the third card. So this is my last option B. Oh, now I want to check, and Jenna, who's watching, might know this. On the last turn of the game, I'm going to draw 2 cards. Am I able to choose option B if there isn't a third card in the deck? And then what I'm saying is next round, I will draw those 2. So the game hasn't ended, because it only ends if you cannot draw 2 play cards. But then am I able to choose option B on that last round? So I tell you what, to keep it simple, I'm not going to choose option B. I'm going to choose option A, and we're going to choose this one. So it's going to go in here, and it's 3 multiplied by 3, so it's 9 points, but he's all about the tuning, so there's absolutely no synergy bonuses whatsoever. Right, and now the last round of the game. So I draw 2 cards, but because there's only 1 card left in the deck, I am now going to choose option B. Option B is I draw a third card. Now, unfortunately, these 2 are crew, which means I cannot choose them, no matter how good they are. Can't choose them, which means I've got to go with this one. I'm not sure this is going to do very much. It's going to go there, which is a little bit of a disappointing last turn. I should have done option B last turn, and that releases a single, and a single gives me the money, and it doesn't matter at this stage. But I get to claim a goal, and it doesn't matter which one of those because they're both worth 4 points. That is the end of the game. So we need to add up the scores. How many crew members are we missing? 1, 2, 3. So I've got 3 scandals. And now we add up the points. So first of all, crew members. 22, 23, 25, 30, 34, 35, 44, 49. 49 from crew members. Goals. I got 23 from goals. Harmony bonuses. Now, I didn't get any. Got absolutely none from here. The agendas, I got these 2. I was so close to that one as well. That one would have been amazing. That would have completed that and that. So, right. Okay. So we're going to go with the 10 points that I got from the agendas. Touring. I did a tour at the concert hall, which was 5 points. That's it. This is not as good as my last one. Now, music releases is the number of albums. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Multiplied by the number of singles. 4. 20 points. And now, -9 from the scandals. So, quick adding up. What was that? Was that 23? Yeah, that was 23. So, 72, 82, 102, 107, 98. That's nowhere near as good as the last time I played. So 98, unfortunately, is under 100. More practice is needed to catch your break. Yeah, the last time I played, I think I scored about 120 or 130. But yeah, there you go. That's it. That's how the solo game plays. So it's always a 60 card deck. It is always the same 60 cards. But as I mentioned, there is an advanced variant where you can take some of the 2-player cards, shuffle them in, and then you take out a certain number of cards at random. So I think you still end with 60 cards. So it's always the same size of cards. The goals, this is how many goals there are. There's a huge number of goals in the game. These are not player count dependent. You just get all of the goals and you just put them out there. But that's it. That's the game. That's how the solo mode plays. Obviously, playing and talking to people on camera and everything else, the game does take longer to play than it would normally. If you were to sit down and play a game of this, you're looking at probably 20, 25 minutes, something like that. If I was to take this now and turn the cameras off and play it again, probably be about 20, 25 minutes. And like similar games like this, you can go into it, like I think we mentioned on the multiplayer playthrough, you can go into a game of this thinking, right, in this game, I'm going to do this. I'm going to try this strategy. But you've got to react to the cards. The way that the cards come out, you've got to be adapting your strategy along the way. Anyway, let me know what you think about it. If you have got this game and you play the game and you play it solo, let me know in the comments what your score is. Hopefully you've managed to beat 100, but I'm curious to see what scores people have got with it. But we're all done. So I will say, again, a big thank you to Inside Up Games for sponsoring this video. A big thank you to all of my Patreon supporters for funding the channel. Thank you very much to those people who've been watching along live. And if you are one of my Patreon supporters, you do get access to these videos and watch the recording of them rather than seeing them later on. But for now, I'm going to say goodbye. Take care. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers all.